Hey dudes, welcome to XTV Edition 4. This week we catch up with Mellowfest coordinators Marcus Hensley and Michaela Campbell. They talk to us about the gig that's happening this weekend. Alex Fair talks about his interview with 1,000 Needles in Red, and Scotty G and I catch up to talk about the gig at the Pizza Pub as well as the State of Tasmanian music festivals today. Hey guys, I'm here with Mellowfest organisers Marcus Hensley and Michaela Campbell. Mellowfest is running on Saturday and it's been used as a fundraiser gig for performing arts students. So guys, tell me about it. What's the plan? How did it come about?
Right. So good. Mellowfest is been running since 2003. Originally designed as a fundraiser to raise money for graduating third years from UTAS Performing Arts over at the SVPA, Annex Rail Yards. And basically the festival's for local original music, for people to pump out their EPs or any of their original music, even do covers. But the whole point is to raise money for us graduating third years to head to Equity Day, November 11th, and spend 5 days in Melbourne, where we meet agents and learn about industry and what we're moving ahead to in the future.
So what's gone into organising it this year? Like, what kind of things have you had to deal with?
I've had to deal with lots of different things. We've tried to make it as entertaining as possible, I guess. Like with the local artists is our main thing. We've got 3 main bands which we're focusing on, but we've got, as Marcus said, we've got a heap of local artists just trying to get their music out there. We've really tried to focus on the original music this year and try and get back to what it was originally all about. And it's just a chilled out, mellow day, so it's nothing too heavy, I guess, but we've tried to include as much as possible, like raffles, and we've got a barbecue running at lunchtime as well as tea time, and we've got a few auctions and whatnot.
Auctions, games, food stalls set up, a lot of little surprises here and there, but it's a long day, it's a 12-hour day overall, and it's all about the music.
Definitely.
So, I mean, it's a fundraising event, obviously. Are the bands donating their time? Or
these guys aren't getting paid. It's been brilliant to see the support we've had for an event where they normally would get paid for the amount of time they're doing. Most bands are doing, or duos are doing about a 45-minute set each. So it's a fair chunk, like, to donate, and we've had someone donate their time to be a roadie.
We've got people wanting to help out left, right and centre, so it's been
great. Really great to see the support just locally.
The whole community's behind it, and people are very, very excited for it. We're hoping to get as many people there as we can, and it's great for the 3 headlining bands. For the end of the night, they'll probably be handing out EPs during the night. They're really excited to get their own music out there, and
it's just a great opportunity for them, though, not only to support us but to support themselves. That's what it's all about, and showing, I suppose, we have this great venue, why not make the most of it as well.
And so I guess what can people expect from it? Like, what is it going to be a crazy day of fun?
It's just a chilled out, relaxed day is what we're really aiming for.
We're trying to avoid having it go crazy, but the whole point of Mellowfest is to keep it as mellow as possible, and for people to just sit around and then make new friends and listen to music, have a couple of drinks, have some good food, enjoy the weather. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
Well, there you go, guys. It's 12 o'clock Saturday, and it'll be at the Annex in Inveresk. Alex caught up with 1,000 Needles in Red to talk to them about their gig in Launceston next week. Alex, how would it go?
Yeah, it was good. I spoke with Trizo from the band. They're down here next week as part of their Empires album tour. They're just a nice hard rock sort of band, so if you're into that sort of stuff, check them out next week.
Fantastic. And don't they have that Butterfly Effect? He's their singer, right?
Yeah, Clint Bozier also from Butterfly Effect, but it's a completely different sounding group than the Butterfly Effect. Like I said, much harder. Sort of think of the differences that you've got with Carnival and Birds of Tokyo, where you've got Ian Kenny both doing the vocal work, both those. Thanks.
So when are they playing?
Next Thursday night at Hotel New York in Launceston. They've also got shows in Devonport and Hobart.
Take all my strength, my pride, I'm still alive. She cries. So back on the couch now, guys, and James is going to tell us a little bit about the first weekend at the pizza pub for their gig. So how'd it go, James?
Yeah, pretty good actually. Sadly I missed Box Money's set, but by the time I did get there, Phoenix Lights were just warming up. It's absolutely packed. Like for the first gig at a venue like that, especially since people aren't used to going there. It's amazing. Easily 100 people there. By the time Phoenix Lights were on, there was a bit of a pit going. There's some moshing going. There's people attempting at least to crowd surf, which was humorous in some cases. Not so much for the people falling on. And Phoenix Lights and Woof Woof, they went off. Like it was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Cool.
Hopefully there'll be a few more gigs there in the future. Speaking about a change in faces for gigs in Launceston, I understand Tasmanian's music festivals are also getting a change of face.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a bit of a change of face this summer because MS Fest is now heading down to Hobart, leaving its traditional Launceston base. We've got Breath of Life moving in, which is going to be a 2-day festival, and we've got Soundscape in Hobart, which is actually cancelling this year. They haven't said they're cancelling the festival altogether, but basically I think it's a case of festival fatigue. What you've got happening now is we have MS Fest, which is going to come in, going to spend about $100 on MS Fest. We've seen some great bands there over the years. We've got Falls Festival, which comes in at about $180. Soundscape normally would have been $100, but now people are probably going to go to maybe Breath of Life instead, which for a 2-day pass is $160. And Mona Foam has picked up PJ Harvey, who's another alternative act who would be appealing to those audiences. That's $85 for her concert and $50 if you want to go to the rest of the festival. So at the end of the day, if you want to go to every festival that's on in Tasmania this year, you're going to have to spend around about $400 to $500 on tickets, which is a lot of money for the average punter to have to shell out. If you consider that kind of money in Melbourne, $150 will get you to the big day out, where you can see Kanye West and Soundgarden. It would also be able to get you to Laneway Festival. You could see Feist, M83 and all the indie bands, and it'd probably just about get you into Harvest as well, and you could see the Flaming Lips, Portishead, the National. So in Tasmania, it's easy to spend a lot of money, but are we getting too many festivals and not enough of the high-profile acts? It's kind of interesting to see where all this is going to head at the end of the day.
So what do you think's next? Do you think there'll be more festivals? Do you think they'll cut down, or?
I think after this summer, we'll probably see one festival fall over completely. I think there'll be one that will disappear. You tend to think that Falls is a pretty safe bet. Mona Foam has gone from being an essentially free event with one ticketed billing to now being a paid-for festival. So is that going to be able to continue in its current situation of just bringing down art house kind of acts and one big headliner? And as for Breath of Life and MS Fest, I mean, the two of those guys are really going to fight it out, especially placing their festivals a week apart from each other. MS Fest, you'd think, has lost some of its goodwill by leaving Launceston and moving to Hobart. And Breath of Life, I mean, they're a new competitor. It's going to be interesting to see whether people actually pick up and start buying tickets to go to it. So, yeah, it's changing times. Thanks for watching again, guys. This week in Xstatic, you can check out 1,000 Needles in Red on the cover. We've got interviews with Husky, we've got an interview with Whorehound, and don't forget to look out the great review for the new Batman game, Arkham City. We'll see you next week.